Uruguay is changing a lot. Even in the 18 months I was there, I mean, that's a long time to be in a country. But I remember some of the areas that I was first in, because we were expanding hermanas at that time. There was not a lot. We went from 22 to 90 now. So that's like a huge growth, especially for sister missionaries in a third world country. It's almost third world. It's so what they were giving us right before I left was pepper spray, and they told us and taught us how to use it. They taught us how to do self-defense if we needed it. They are definitely always increasing our certification, like our understanding of how to self-defend ourselves, which is good. It's not like I never used it. I never used the pepper spray, and I never used like punching skills or anything like that. It's better not to fight back. They always tell you if someone's trying to steal your bag, give it to them and like just go. Give it to them and go. Like, don't even like, you just put it on the ground close to them and you go. I've definitely know that a few hermanas in our mission had problems with that, but in general, it's not a problem. Another thing, if you are close to the city at all, anything on the outskirts of Uruguay, Montevideo, like the city Montevideo, I would definitely suggest putting your bag over the crossed over, not hanging. They will steal it. They will. It's an automatic gone. So over the shoulder in certain areas when you're walking around all day, I suggest anywhere in La Costa Este or what is it? Even Las Piedras. I would definitely suggest that those zones, when you're in the wintertime, put your jackets over your bags. So your bag's in front and then your jacket's over top of it. And even though it's inconvenient and you're going to get a lot of cold air when you have to open it up and take out your Book of Mormon or anything, it's so much more safer than having it out even. My own companion had a problem where we were just walking down the road, a motorcyclist came too close and tried to take her bag, and she kind of went with it. So it's important to understand that she's fine, but like, and her bag's fine, nothing got stolen, but still, it's like, we would rather be safe than sorry. And when the members are telling you things, don't just brush it aside and say, oh yeah, I've got angels, or, my presence said I'm safe, or I feel safe, because you are safe. Your homes are completely safe. Your companion is awesome because she's always beside you. Like, there's not like a time when you guys aren't going to be alone walking around at night, like you got a friend, and usually 2 or 3, like people don't really mess with you. So, like, you are safe, but also take other safety precautions. Don't carry too much money with you. They'll talk about that your first day. Talk about what kind of money to carry with you, how much to give to thieves if they come and ask you for money. That didn't really happen in the mission in my time, in my whole 18 months. I only heard of it happening once where they had to give their money over. And that's really rare out of, like, all that time. That's really rare. That's good. So it's not that bad. But I would just listen to members. And if they say, like, you shouldn't be out past 8, seriously think about your area and really look at the pros and cons of staying out for that extra hour. Because what I talked about with some of my district leaders, one of my areas, it got really, really unique at night. There's lots of drugs. There's like little circles where people meet for social activities during the day, but that's where like the bad kids hang out at night. And so sometimes when you're walking as a missionary, you got to get back home. So you're cutting through, like, there's different zigzags and different circles. And so you have to evaluate your area. And so use good judgment on what you think is a good time slot, a good amount of time. Like, I would not say in the summer to do your studying at night, like language study, but I would say in the winter time, yes, I would definitely suggest that. And ask your district leader. He knows a lot of things about your area. He has been there a long time. I loved my district leaders and my zone leaders, but I got to really know my district leaders. And I think what I loved also about the mission, in that sense of like not feeling safe sometimes, but I always felt safe. But like, if you don't feel safe, ask for a priesthood blessing, and ask for your district leader to come look at your house if you feel like it's unsecure in any way. there was one of these, there's this one house that this sister recently just moved into. Like, she was transferred in, and there was already a companion there. And she started looking at the windows, and then she just was like going like this, like, you know, playing outside just for a little bit. They were talking, and she just took hold of the bars, and it came out. Like, the bars came out of the wall, the window, and they were held in by styrofoam plates at the bottom. And so I would have, like, check your house. Like, and then there's a help safety guy that comes out and, like, fixes your houses. He's in the mission, and he'll come out and put that back in the right way, and he'll help fix your house all the time. So if you have any problems with your house or with anything that's going on in your district, in your area, talk to your district leader, and he'll get you immediate help. He'll have a solution for it, and it'll be good. So overall, the safety is good, especially as a missionary. They know you, they recognize you. Even gang members have been taught by them at least once in their life. So they're usually pretty open, and they don't mess with us because they know that we're kind of like nuns. They associate us with nuns, like the sisters and the brothers, the elders. They always thought we're monks. And in their culture down there, they're very religious. So they always looked at us like, oh, monk, nun. And they're like, do you guys ever marry? And we got that question so often. And we're like, yeah, we're like, I don't have my hair covered, or like, you know, I can wear different styles. I'm not just wearing just black. And then they would smile, but then they'd be like, but you're that religious, are you? And I said, well, yeah, but I'm a normal person. And they always liked that too. So, but they definitely associate you as holy. And that's kind of a unique, the Americans really don't do that, I don't think. They're like, oh, look, elders. Like, just Mormons again, but down there, they're like, you're holy. It's like, whoa, I don't know if I'm that holy, but it's kind of cool.